Okay, is there a sound now? Can you guys hear me? Shoot, let me check here. Okay. All right, it shows up. Hopefully there's sound now. And it looks like okay, perfect. Yes. All right, what's up? Dolores is here. Wow, CD's here. Grace T is here. Bianca. Wow. Okay, she grooms. All right. So, I had a great day today. Let my dogs out before I went to the interview because I knew, I might be getting home a little bit late. The interview was at 6:30, and I was like, I can't be there early, right? Because I'm a rock star, right? I'm famous. When you get famous like I am, you got to show up late. So I'm kidding. There's some traffic. So CD says, I'm not surprised. When I commented yesterday, it wouldn't work. Oh, huh. Interesting. Yeah. And the thing is, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I've been going through Facebook and liking and loving stuff and commenting and everything. And for example, I'll look at a post and I'll do like a reaction, like, do the heart reaction. I love the post, or I'll do haha, right? Or funny post. I scroll down and then scroll back and my reaction is gone. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? So past few days on Facebook, I mean, I haven't really been able to, I have been interacting with people's posts. It just doesn't show. It's crazy. Anyways, so the interview was at 6:30 earlier. I showed up at 6:34, baby, because that's just how you do, right? Got to keep them waiting, right? What is your email? It's junethegroomer@gmail.com. That's Jun the groomer. I don't want to spell it out. junethegroomer@gmail.com. So I met with the store manager, and I went in there with my notebook. I was going to take notes. I really was going to just treat it like an information gathering session, just to get some information. Just be open and hear them out, and ask questions and write down everything. Just find out as much as I could, right? And man, I really liked that store manager, right? And I even told her, I was like, I really wish I didn't like you so much, like, because, so she started there in March, and in 6 months, she is like so proud of what she's been able to do with the store and everything. And so, Lee Riley, I've been having the same issues on Facebook. Yeah, right? I don't know. Anyways, so here's the thing. Okay, so let me just. And I told her I need at least a week to give you an answer. I was like, I can't give you an answer right now because I just have too much to think about and too much to consider. My clients. I'm booked out till January. Like I have a lot of dates in January already booked. And the only reason why I haven't booked even further out is because, I just didn't want to yet. It's January. And, I was like, I'm already booked out till January. I was going to wait till like October, November to start booking January, the rest of January, February, March, But now I have a lot to consider. So here's the deal. Here's the situation, right? And the reason why I'm so conflicted, because there are two young groomers there, right? And she's saying they're so shy and so quiet and so reserved, but they're people pleasers, right? They have a hard time saying no. So a lot of the issues, the customer complaints that come in is because people come in like, hey, I need you to groom my dog today, and they're not able to say no or speak up for themselves. And she's saying like they'll just take the dog and then they're crying in the back because they took too many dogs in. And also she's saying that they're not very confident in their skills. She's saying when she goes back there and sees the groom, she's like, they look great, they look fantastic, you're doing a great job, but they're not confident in their own skills, right? So she's saying she really needs the grooming salon leader, someone to come in and help boost their confidence, help mentor them, and kind of teach them more, get them more confident in their scissoring skills and things like that. And so then I told her my biggest concern is the corporate environment and the corporate tendency, in these big box stores to push the numbers, to constantly focus on how many dogs you're grooming and pushing these groomers too hard, And I was like, and I don't want to be, as a grooming salon leader, I don't want it to be my responsibility to push these groomers, to do more dogs, and make that the focus. I was like, my focus is quality over quantity. I even told her about the book that I wrote, The Art of Grooming, and I was like, My focus is on looking at it from the dog's point of view and always making sure we respect the dogs and how they're feeling, you know? And she was saying that that's exactly how she feels too. And she was saying that Petco has recently been, they just changed ownership recently, and they're really trying hard to restructure the whole company and rebrand themselves, like just, because she's saying, she's seeing that stuff in the news too, about dogs getting injured and everything. So she showed me the salon. I was very impressed. It was nice and clean, and she showed me the numbers, that like the average weekly sales, and she's saying that every store is different, and every store, it's not like they're competing against each other either, and it's not like they're having to reach these sales goals that corporate is just passing down onto them. The way it's structured is that they look at last year's numbers. So whatever the grooming salon was doing last year, they want us to at least meet that or do better. And I was like, perfect. So I was like, what did they do? So I asked for the numbers, and I wrote down the numbers, what they were doing last year, that weekly average sales. I got the weekly average sales for the past 8 weeks, the past 26 weeks. And the numbers are reasonable. They're very reasonable. It was a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. At least this location. Every location is different, but at least this location, it didn't seem like they're pushing the number. I mean, if they are, the numbers don't show that. The sales, the actual sales don't reflect that that's what they're pushing. And maybe I don't know the whole situation, but Dolores says pushing the groomer and stressing out the dogs, both are problems. Yeah, and that's what I told her. I was like, I'm only here because I want to at least be open, and consider it. I was like, I'm open to considering it. I'm open to the conversation, and I'm just gathering information. I was like, but I don't want you to think that I'm here to take the position. I'm just here to explore the possibility and see what the opportunity really is. Get all the details before I say no. And so the thing is, I would only, because numbers the average price per bath and groom is like what? The baths start out at like $35, right? For the smaller dogs, just a small bath, it's $35, and like the groom start at like around $50, right? And so just calculating that, if I'm doing bath dogs, I may have to do like 3 or 4 baths a day, which is easy to do at a salon setting, because I'm not setting up in someone's home and breaking down that time, and all the tools are there, the force dryer, and so. And the tub obviously is gonna really help, because some of the bathing situations that I'm in some of the homes, cause me to take longer. So, anyways, I was like, that's completely reasonable. If it's groom, like actual haircuts, I would only have to do like 2 or 3 haircuts a day, right? And it's not in my best interest to do any more, because I would be getting a percentage of the total sales for the team. So it's in my best interest not to do as many dogs as I can. And she's saying they did that on purpose, because they don't want the grooming salon leader to be a glorified power groomer and groom as many dogs as I can to increase the amount of money I'm making. I just get a flat hourly pay, and then I get a percentage of what the salon does as a whole. And as long as I meet my minimum required weekly sales, which is completely within reason, I can do 2 dogs a day. At a grooming salon, I can do 2-3 dogs a day, and the rest of my time would be helping the groomers there. And she's saying they have so much potential. They have so much potential, but they're so shy, and they're not confident. They don't have that self-confidence in their grooms. And she's saying if they just had the right person mentoring them and helping them, she knows that they can be great groomers. And I was just like, wow. I mean, that's really what got me. And I was like, this is so my thing, And I was telling her, like, groomers call me, like crying, having anxiety attacks, because I was like, this is such a thankless profession. I was like, I know how those young groomers are feeling right now. We've all been through it, especially early in our careers, when we're not feeling very confident with our scissor skills and everything, And I was telling her it feels like such a thankless job sometimes because the dogs, they don't really like what we're doing all the time. Sometimes they're fussing and they're not really cooperating with us because we're doing something that they don't really like. And then when the owners pick up, they might not complain, but nobody's not nobody, but you rarely get the wow, thank you so much, you did such a great job. Rarely do you get that. Like most people just pay and oh thank you and they leave, and you don't really feel like that rock star moment all the time. Like wow, I'm really appreciated. And so sometimes you go home feeling defeated and just feeling depressed, and then you start getting anxiety and these panic attacks, feeling like oh man, I got to go into work again, and like what if I accidentally hurt a dog, what if I accidentally nip a ear, or and then feeling like people are going to be mad at you. I was like, like I've been through it, a lot of groomers go through it. I was like, groomer burnout is a real thing. And I was telling her, like, if you look at my blogs, if you look at the videos that I make, it's always trying to encourage and inspire and motivate groomers because I know how hard it is. And so I was like, this might be the perfect position for me. I mean, I don't want to say anything yet, and I don't want to make any decisions yet. I'm going to sleep on it tonight and spend the next week really thinking about it. But Lee Riley, did you ask about employee turnover? Yes. So when she first came, and she actually, this is a new store manager, so she came in March, and she's saying that when she came, there was a issue with the lead groomer and the other groomer, that's the stylist that was there. They were just at each other's throats and they were fighting, and it was like And so she was saying that she had to let the lead groomer go. And then the other groomer, it didn't work out because, anyways. But these two have been here for, one of them has been here for, I think she said 5 months. The other one started around when she started, so 6 months. And then the groomer that's been there the longest, I think she said like 2 years or so, she's on maternity leave. So she just went on maternity leave. So they had one groomer there, and she's planning on coming back. But the groomer that's been there for the longest, for a couple of years, she has just went on maternity leave. The other two groomers are the young groomers who, one of them has 5 years experience, but she's still not really feeling confident. She doesn't really know exactly how to do all the scissor cuts. Like she was saying, she wished she could get some help on schnauzers and doing poodles. I was like, schnauzers are my thing, poodles are my thing. I was like, I could totally help her. So so yeah, I did ask about employee turnover, and the thing is, she was telling me that within Petco, they do have corporate mentors and corporate trainers, and she was saying that if I'm really looking to, if my goal is to start a school here in Atlanta, she was saying this could be a really good experience for me because not only would I be a grooming salon leader, and then I know I can get that salon to be successful and do much better than it's been doing. I know I can. And then once I do that, then I can, then there's potential to grow within the company, to travel around to different shops and be like a grooming mentor, being a corporate trainer, a corporate mentor. And I mean, I don't know. I was thinking like, I don't know. Like I gotta think about this, right? Amy says, it's good to hear that Petco is focusing on quality and service. They really need to pay attention to team-driven business practices for their employees to excel and represent them. Exactly. And here's what I really liked about this manager. She was saying that she has been on the employee calendar that they can all see in the break room. She has like different days like donut day, taco day, and stuff like that. So she's saying that on those different days, they all get together in the break room, and they have like a fun little celebration, and doing donuts or tacos and different themes. Because she's saying she really wants to build the team environment and get the company, that the store, the morale, everybody excited and happy to come to work. And I was like, wow. And again, every store is different, and everyone's telling me that it really depends on the store manager, and the grooming salon leader. So if you go to one location and the grooming salon leader is not very motivated, or just doesn't really care about helping and inspiring the other groomers, then you're gonna have a bad experience, and then the customer's gonna have a bad experience. If the grooming, if the store manager, if the GSM, if the store manager is not the kind of person that focuses on building team morale and quality and she even what we really agreed on, and we even brought up the what is his name? Shoot, I I can't even think of it now. Virgin Mobile, Russell Brand. Is it Russell Brand? Anyways, Branson, right? Anyways, the Virgin Mobile guy. And how he says, if you take care of your employees, they'll take care of your customers. Don't focus on the customers, focus on your employees and treat them well and make sure they feel valued and taken care of. Then they will treat the customers that way, and the customers will feel valued and taken care of, right? So I really felt like our philosophies aligned well. And I even told her, like, I really wish we weren't getting along so well. It would have made the decision easy. I would have just said, thank you for your time. This isn't the right thing for me, but at least I would have heard them out. At least I would have given them a chance and heard it before I say no, right? I wanted to just be open to it and just be, because, what is it? I think it was Mark Twain. He said the true mark of intelligence is to be able to entertain an idea but not accept it. I didn't want to be so stubborn and such an ignorant person where I'm not even willing to entertain an idea that I don't agree with. At least hear them out. And that way, if anything, I was thinking, even though I might not agree with what Petco is doing or how they run their grooming salons, at least I'll gain a better understanding, right? And it's about clarity over agreement. We don't have to agree as long as we're both clear and we understand where we're both coming from. And so that's why I really wanted to go there, like I said, for an information gathering session, so I can be more clear on how Petco runs their grooming salon and why they run it that way. That way, even if I disagree with them, I'll be more clear on why I disagree, right? But it turns out, at least this location, we're on the same page, Lee Raleigh says, that might give a glimpse of how long people are willing to stay. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, this store manager has only been here 6 months, and she is so excited about how she was able to turn the store around within just 6 months, and I really respected that. Let's see here. Melly D, I would actually co-spider working for corporate again if I could work with you on it. Oh, she probably meant consider. I would actually consider working for corporate again if I could work with you, honestly. Wow, thank you, Melly. CD, OMG, I have anxiety attacks and am an older groomer, very defeated and depressed at times. Yeah, CD. And I get it, and sometimes we just need to feel understood, right? And, I love that groomers, consider me somebody that they can trust and talk to and turn to and call during these times. They literally cry on the phone with me, and I start crying too, because, it's like, I understand. I felt it, and I feel what they're feeling. And, a lot of times they don't need answers from me. They don't need me to be wise and give them some life quote or anything, or give them a solution to their problems. A lot of times they just need somebody on the other line, on the other end of the phone, that they feel understands them. That says, hey, I understand. I'm sorry you're going through that right now. I've been through it too, and it sucks. Sometimes we just need to feel understood. We don't need answers. We just need to feel understood by somebody. Go Groomer says, as the manager of grooming, would you have persuasion to properly staff your salon? Meaning, if you need 2 bathers, would they support your request or leave you and your staff to figure it out? So she was saying that, they're very supportive about anything that I would request, so, if the hiring and she was saying that if I have issues with anything, like she would want me to come to her first, and we would meet every Monday. If I take the position, then I would be meeting with her every Monday morning, and we would go over everything like that. What do you need? What do you think? How do you think we can grow? And things like that. And so, Yeah, I got the impression that if I needed to, if we were getting busier and I felt like we really could use another bather, they would be fully supportive and get me another bather, because it's in their best interest too to help the grooming salon grow and expand, right? And it's in my best interest because I get a percentage of the total weekly sales. So, I mean, yeah, there would be a huge incentive for me to want the grooming salon to do well. But I told her it would be exciting to see the grooming salon expand and grow and do bigger numbers, but not at the cost at sacrificing quality and treatment of the pets and the groomers. I was like, that needs to come first. If I'm gonna work here, that needs to come first. The treatment and the quality of treatment for the pets being groomed and the groomers, how we're treating the groomers. I was like, that has to come first, because and she even agreed. And we even talked about how to give constructive feedback, because I told her at the Toastmasters, I learned the sandwich approach. You start with what they're doing well, and then the feedback, the critique of what they need to work on, and then end with doing what they're doing well, and let them know, I see a lot of potential in you. Give them motivation and inspire them. End it on a positive. So positive, some feedback, what they can improve on, and then ends it with positive, that sandwich approach. And she's saying she does the same thing, because she was saying even when she has to write someone up, because occasionally she has to write someone up, but she was saying that even she doesn't like to do it either, because no one really likes, well, not no one, but I personally have a hard time giving any kind of criticism or negative feedback, or telling someone they can work on some things. And that's why I joined Toastmasters, was because I knew if I was going to be a grooming instructor one day, that's going to be a big part of my job. In Toastmasters, they do stress about how when you do give an evaluation for someone's speech, you're not helping them. You're not giving them any value by saying, you did great, good job. You have to give them some feedback about what they can improve on, even if it's just your opinion. That way they at least take away something that they can work on and get better at, right? And so, yeah, I felt like we really had a lot in common as far as our management approach and how we see what a leader should be like. And I don't know, I just had a really good feeling. CD, especially when you get the matted to the skin doodles. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, it's tough when you get those, because yeah. Lee Riley, sounds like she's going all out to make it feel like a team. That is critical. Yeah, and she wasn't just selling me on it. She was telling me things that she was actually doing, and things that she actually did in the past 6 months to really help build that team and boost the morale. And honestly, the two cashier, well, one cashier lady and the other guy was working the fish tanks and stuff like that. They looked really happy, and like. And I even told her, like, the guy came in and he needed to tell her about something, and then he walked back out, and I was like, I really like that guy. He has a really cool vibe. I was like, I could see us being friends. Anyways, Lee Rowley says, oh no, Richard Branson. Richard Branson, that's the name. Thank you, Lee. Richard Branson. CD, great questions. Go Groomer. Amy, yeah, that's Amy. No surprise there. Amy has the best. Anyways, CD says, that sounds so nice at that location. Yeah, right? And she's only been there for the past 6 months, but she's saying that it's the best move that she's ever made, because, she was a manager at a different kind of retail store, not a pet store. So this is her first time working at a pet store, and she's saying that she loves it because she has 3 dogs herself. She's always been an animal lover. So she has a lot of experience as a manager at, retail stores, but not at a pet store. But she took everything that she learned about team building, leadership, and she brought it to all that experience here and turned this place around. And I don't know. I was like, wow, this is exciting. CD, hi CD, and nice. Amy saying hi to CD. CD saying hi to Amy. Hey guys, take that. No, I was kidding. Me getting jealous because I'm not included. I'm kidding. Grooms by Janine. Oh wow, Grooms by Janine. She's in Hershey right now. She's at Groom Expo in Pennsylvania. Awesome. What's up? What's up, Janine? She says, "Hi, Amy. I'm in Hershey. Amy, I can't wait to see you. Nice. You guys are all getting together. Nice. Um, and the thing is, I got this feeling that if I do take this position at Petco, it seems like a lot of people are gonna be upset with me. A lot of people are saying this goes totally against your philosophy. This goes against who you are and and I get that. I get that because I had the same feeling about big box stores and Petco. I mean, I didn't even respond to the initial, email that I got because I was just like, Petco, no, you know? But then what caused me to take a second look at it was the mentoring, the leadership, teaching other groomers, and she was saying, I don't want to give too much information, but she was saying that she really thinks that these two younger groomers, they're struggling personally as well because, the job can affect you, especially if you don't really feel like you have a good leader mentoring you and you don't really have the help that you feel like you need when you're a newer groomer trying to gain your confidence. And I was like, man, maybe I could really be that person to these two groomers, and like maybe I could really make a difference in their lives, and give them that confidence. And who knows, by giving the confidence in their grooms and then helping them actually, be really confident, skilled groomers, making a good living, maybe that will overflow into other areas of their lives. And, it's like, wow, to feel like I could be that kind of positive influence on somebody, have a direct effect on somebody like that. I mean, I live for this stuff, That's why I wanted to be a pastor, All my life when I was a kid, I always knew I was going to be a pastor because I want to make a positive impact on people's lives. Not the masses, just one or two. And I got these two. I have an opportunity to make a huge impact on these two groomers who are struggling right now. Like I don't know. Because I told her the easy decision for me would say no and just continue doing my business because I'm good. I'm good right now. But now that I know the situation and I know these two groomers need somebody to mentor them and help them, can I just walk away? I don't know. Can I just walk away from this now? And I know I'm not the fixer of things. I don't need to be the hero to everybody. But what if I could be the hero to just these two people, I don't know. I have an opportunity to right now. CD, I've been at my friends on Mondays. That's why I wasn't able to be in your live chat. Oh, okay. She's talking about Amy's live chat on Monday. Nice. Who cares about June and what he's struggling with right now? Shoot, right? Come on, my chat. Oh man, I'm kidding, CD. Our favorite groomer, Patty's in the house. Our favorite groomer, house call groomer. Hey June, Amy, and everyone. Nice. CJ Johnson, oh June, that's nice. Our favorite groomer says, this is Patty. I wanted to go to Hershey this year, but it looks like I can't until next year. Nice. And I hope you guys have fun. Janine, I hope you have a great time. I hope you have a great experience. Amy, I hope you get to meet up with Janine. You guys have an awesome time. I'm just not interested. And don't let me be like a Debbie Downer or rain on your parade or anything. I just don't care. I just don't care about the trade shows or anything. I don't care. I don't care if I never get recognition in the grooming industry. I don't care if I never become a part of anything and nobody ever says my name. I just don't care. I just want to make a positive impact on the people that I have a direct effect on. My clients right now. When I go into their homes, I want to make sure that when I leave, things are a little bit better because I was there, and I don't care who says my name in the grooming industry. Anyways, it's not about recognition for me. It's really not. That's why I know that if I do take this position at Petco, I'll probably lose thousands of subscribers and all that, I don't care. Because all of those numbers don't matter to me. Knowing that I can have a positive effect on these two groomers who are right now shy, insecure, feeling anxious, sometimes depressed, and they're having a hard time right now. They're struggling. They need someone to come in and, help mentor them and inspire them and motivate them. I don't know. To be able to make a really big difference in somebody's life, that's what inspires me. That's what motivates me. I don't care if nobody nobody talks about me in the grooming industry. Who cares? Anyways, Go Groomer says, "Hi Patty, great to see you." Janine, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually my first year going. I'm excited." And I'm excited for you, Janine. Please don't let my negativity about the grooming industry affect you. And for real, you have so much potential and you have so much momentum behind you right now. You're going to do amazing things in the grooming industry. Seriously. All the things that I thought I was going to change in the grooming industry, forget it. I have no chance. But you do. Janine, you do. Seriously. And I can see that that's kind of where you're headed. The trajectory, the momentum, everything about what's going on with you right now tells me you're going to make some huge waves in the grooming industry. And I'm really excited for you. Seriously. Oh my God. It excites me just thinking about it. Anyways. Go Groomer. This is Amy. Says, "That's crucial, June, for you to perform your job too. Having the support of staffing properly." Yeah, exactly. Amy saying, "Janine, you are there now. That's awesome. I'm in your neighborhood and can't wait to meet you too." Nice. And Dolores is a friend of mine. Dolores is the groomer who has the grooming salon in her house. Janine, remember that video I was telling you, like if you start your grooming salon in your house, maybe Dolores Parr. Dolores is actually headed there right now to Hershey as well. That would be awesome if all of you guys met up and just talk shop, right? Because Dolores is super helpful. So Janine, look up Dolores Parr. And Dolores, keep an eye out for Janine. Dolores says, "Sounds like she wants to get this location back up to standards, but as most stores go, they will have a good manager. But as most stores go, they will have a good manager. They send them to another store to do it someplace else. I will be at Hershey tomorrow. I'm in Maryland tonight." Nice. That's awesome. And Dolores, I hope you have a great time too. Don't let my opinion affect you guys. It's just my opinion and my personal experience, Grace T, thank you, Grace T. Janine, yep, I'm here now, Amy. Dolores says, "I know you will whip the grooming department into shape." I'm not going to whip them into shape. Maybe inspire them, into shape. But, again, I haven't made a decision. And a really big part of me wants to say no to this offer because I would be letting a lot of people down. The house call grooming business that I have going right now. But I can't even call it a business, though. Because really, when I was thinking about it, it's not a business. I'm not a business owner. I'm a freelancer, really. I'm an artist doing freelance work, right? Because it's called June the Groomer. I have nothing to sell, Once I'm done, it's not like I have a business to sell anybody, And if I get sick or hurt or injured, there's no income coming in. This is not a business that I have. This is an art project, really. It's an art project. June the Groomer it's an art project, really. And, I have to be real with myself. I don't have a business. I have an art project. I'm a freelancer. Dolores Parr, "I'll be there all day Friday and Saturday." Awesome, Amy and Dolores. Oh man, if you guys get together, holy cow, you guys might be up all night. Gracie, hi Amy and Janine. Hi Grace, nice. Hold on, I don't want to miss anything. Dolores, "Go Groomer, I will look for you. I'm so excited. Grooms by Janine, such a cool town, isn't it? I'm so pumped for this show." Nice. Hi, Grace T says, "Hi sweetie, always great to see you." Grooms by Janine. "And June, if working there makes you happy, then do it. And if people don't like it, then oh well. Your true followers will always support you." I mean, that's it's probably just the people here right now. I'll have a dozen likes, on my Facebook page. 12 people like your page, and you have 12 subscribers. That's fine. Shoot, 12 was enough for Jesus. And I'm no Jesus, so shoot, if it was good enough for Jesus, 12 is good enough for me. Let's see here. Dolores Parr, Amy is saying, Dolores Parr, I would love to meet you. Yeah, Dolores is so fun. Oh my goodness. And she's so helpful. And anyways, Grace T, I'm so excited for all the groomers attending Hershey. It sounds so fun. Yes. Grace T, June, I say go with your heart. That's the thing. I don't know what my heart is saying right now. I'm so conflicted. Right now. I really wish I didn't have such a great conversation with that store manager. Seriously. Dolores says, go groomer. I will also be there all day Friday and Saturday. Head home on Sunday. June, you will look at your pros and cons and make the right decision. I hope so, And the thing is, I just need to make a decision. Oh my goodness, there's a really good quote. They say, successful people don't always make the right decisions, but they always try to make their decisions right. I love that. It's a little play on words, but it makes so much sense. They don't always make the right decisions, but they always make their decisions right. Patty says, so very true. I agree, Janine. Okay, about people supporting me. Go Grimmer, that's a tough one, June. I love working for my own business and having the choice to grow my business the way I see fit. However, I can feel your passion for motivating other groomers with this job. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing since day one, right? With all the videos that I made ever since 2012. Even the very first video that I made, I was trying to show, like groomers, I was trying to inspire and motivate. Every blog that I've written, it's always with the intention to try to help motivate and inspire groomers and see the value in, get them to see the value in themselves, to value themselves, to love themselves, to be kind to themselves, and also to look at what we do in a positive way, not just we're dirty dog washers, we have a dirty job, it's a lowly job, uneducated people do grooming, no. I wanted to try to change the public perception and also to change the way we see ourselves, right? And really value ourselves. We do such noble and necessary work. It's truly valuable what we do. And my intention the whole time was to try to inspire groomers, Because once we start to value ourselves and see ourselves differently, right? Then we won't show up in flip-flops and, cargo shorts and just a whatever t-shirt that says go fuck yourself or something. We'll value ourselves more and dress more professionally, present ourselves more professionally, and we'll start to really change the way people see what a groomer, change the perception of what a groomer is. Lee Raleigh, your true supporters won't leave. Nice. And I don't know what I did to earn, true supporters and your affection and your support, but I'm so grateful. I don't even know what to say. CJ Johnson, hey dude, you're mentoring me right now. Wow, CJ Johnson, thank you. Grace T, I agree with Lee. Okay, Grooms by Janine. Aw, June, I really appreciate that. And you have done a lot for the industry. Oh shoot, why did it just go away? I was really liking what I was reading. Oh man, what was she saying? Okay. And you have done a lot for the industry. So many people are so inspired by you. Thank you, Janine. Thank you. That's all I really wanted, was to try to inspire at least one other groomer, at least one person. Goodness by Janine. Oh my gosh, yes, I love your salon, Dolores. Oh man, yeah, you guys can talk shop because Janine, I think it's one of her goals to start a grooming shop, a grooming business out of her home that she just got. And congratulations on your beautiful home. Amy says, Dolores Parr, your salon is wonderful. Hope we can chat this weekend. Pinkie Pie Groom. And Amy, just so you know, a little disclaimer. Don't believe a word Dolores says about me. Especially if you guys start drinking. Once the alcohol starts pouring, she becomes a liar. I don't know what it is about Dolores, but once we start drinking alcohol, some wine, some beer, she just becomes a liar. So don't believe a word that Dolores says about me. I'm just kidding. Unless it's good stuff. I'm kidding. Dolores, I love you. Anyways, don't tell your husband I said that. Mark is an intimidating man. Holy cow. Anyways. But I love Mark, and I think Mark likes me too, even though he always turns down my advances. Okay, back to business, back to seriousness. Okay, let's stop messing around. Pinkie Pie Groomer. Hey, what's up, Pinkie Pie? Wow. Wish I was going. And Amy says Pinkie Pie, with the sad face. CJ Johnson, sole proprietorship. Yeah, I guess on my taxes, that's how I file a sole proprietorship. But really, it's an art project. I'm a freelance artist. That's really what it is. Let's just be real. I don't have a business. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm not a business owner. Because if I was, well, okay, here's the thing. They say the difference between a job and a business, right, is a business runs even without you there. A job, you have to be there in order to produce an income. So that's when I realized, I don't have a business, because I need to be the one that shows up and actually do the work for the business to run. If I don't show up, June the Grimmer, the business is done, right? So I don't have a business because I have to show up every single day. A business is something that runs even when you're not there, right? A job is you have to be there every day. So I realized, with this whole June the Groomer thing, I have a job, not a business. And I can't sell June the Groomer, and I think it's illegal to sell a client list, privacy issues and stuff. I think it's illegal. And I wouldn't sell it anyways. Even if it wasn't legal, I wouldn't sell a client list. Dolores Parr. June, I'm getting a table and meeting with the person there. The one I will start training on the 23rd. Oh, nice. Awesome. Yeah, Dolores is actually going to start training a groomer at her shop starting on the 23rd. Isn't that awesome? And I told her, like, if I have a chance, I would love to go and, just talk to her and pump her up and say, like, freaking, you're going to kill it. You're gonna kill the game, shoot. She Grooms. Hi, June. It's Tiffany Melton. I think no matter what, you are training and inspiring groomers through social media. Awesome. I mean, and that's really what the point of getting on social media and starting to make the videos was all about, Yeah, I mean, if you look back at my new channel even, one of the videos was like how to stop worrying about money, because that was a big stress of mine. And whenever I see my bank account take a dip, it's like, oh, that's that fear. Oh my goodness, how am I gonna pay for? It's like, that fear of not having the scarcity. Like not having enough to pay for the things I need to pay for, not being able to meet my financial obligations. Things like that. The fear of not having enough money is a huge stress that a lot of groomers deal with. So one of the videos I made was addressing that, how to stop worrying about money. And I made it a point to say, it's not that I have a lot of money now, it's just I refuse to worry about it. Because what's worrying gonna do, One of the quotes that I shared in there is like, stop worrying about your money, your bank account, because your bank account doesn't care. Your bank account will not change just because you're worrying about it, So anyways, so it was that. Also groomer burnout, how to deal with that, So my whole thing about social media was not trying to get famous or anything, or like try to, help. I really just wanted to try to help groomers with issues that I struggle with, that I see other groomers struggle with. And a lot of these ideas came from groomers who contacted me about these things that they're having issues with. And it's like, oh, wow, you're struggling with that too? So am I. Like, maybe I can talk about this, Anyways. But thank you, Tiffany. I really appreciate that. Amy says, Dolores Parr, what training? Oh, Dolores Parr is going to be training a new groomer at her shop. Okay. Patty says, just wondering, if you do take this job at Petco, would you still be going live at all, whether it is for grooming or not? We talked about that. And the policy, the corporate policy is no filming in the salon. And okay, fine. And I told her I could just film outside. I could just stream live after each day, just talk about my shift. So there's no rules about that. I think there are some things that you can't talk about, obviously privacy things, I'm not going to call out people's names and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't see why I couldn't talk about my day, and also you can take pictures as long as, the dogs have the safety lead. And I understand. She was explaining to me, she was like, we can't have dogs falling off the table. They have to be safe at all times. So We're not allowed to leave dogs unattended. We have to have a hand on the dog at all times. If the phone rings, if the cordless phone is right there, you can keep your hand on the dog and answer the phone. You can answer the phone. But she's saying, otherwise, just let the phone ring and go to voicemail. Or if a customer comes in, then we put the dog back in the kennel, make sure they're safe, no leash or lead, and so there's no choking hazard. And then you go to the customer, and then you get your dog and put him back on the table. You keep your hand on him. So all of these rules, they make sense. It's to make sure that no dogs get injured, right? And so yeah, I didn't have a problem with any of the policies and the rules that she, explained to me. It's like they all make sense, And honestly, I could do better because just last month, one of my client dogs, I didn't have him secured, and because I'm kind of bad about that. I just let them walk all over the table and get right up to the edge sometimes, and sometimes they look like they're about to fall off. One dog actually did fall off right in front of the owner because the owner came and they were like all loving on him and stuff, and so I put my scissors down and he's like trying to get to the owner, and then boom, fell off the table. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I understand these rules are in place to make sure dogs don't fall off the table or get injured. Makes sense. Let's see. Go Groomer. June, we are your stormtroopers, Oh, nice. Grooms by Janine. Haha, 12 people is better than no people. Yeah, sometimes I wonder though, what did I get myself into? Like, would it have been better just to never have made a video? Because, it did come at a cost. But, moving on. Emma 1, Fred 1, pencil, paper. Yeah, I mean, I did. I actually had a pen. Sorry, I remember yesterday you were saying write with the pencil rather than pen. Just old habits. I had a pen. I was like jotting down notes, everything she was saying. Lee Raleigh, and you have a week to really decide. Exactly. No decision has been made. I'm gonna take a few days, up to a week before I give them a decision. Pinkie Pie Groomer, I would wash 1,000,000 dirty dogs if it meant I didn't have to go back to cashiering. Nice. Goons by Janine, same Pinkie Pie Groomer. Dolores, did they have anything about their employees going on social media? I think you have been awesome and supportive for a lot of groomers, so hopefully you can continue. Yeah, I think. Go Groomer June. Yeah, I mean, and I, the thing is, I was even thinking, what if I made a Facebook page for that salon, for that location, right? To help market that location, But, I'll talk to that store manager about it. But, I mean, the thing is, she was saying that the Grooming Salon Leader, they only schedule 36 hours a week because just in case they have that cushion room, if a dog takes too long, a dog's, fidgeting, they want to, and she's saying, you can go past 40 hours if you need that time, extra time to work on a dog that's being uncooperative or just has special needs. She's saying, by all means, take that extra time because she's saying that's Petco's, new approach now. It's like they want you to take the time. They want you to do quality and treat the dog right, respect how the dog is feeling. And give the dog a break if they need it, And I was like, I really like that. But she's saying they schedule 36 hours so that just in case, certain grooms take longer, we don't go past the 40 hours. Because she's saying, time and a half, paying the overtime hours is okay, but they just don't want to make it a regular thing. They try to avoid it, which is understandable. So if I'm scheduled 36 hours, and let's just say I end up working 40 hours a week, I would have extra time, so I'm gonna have to be very I'm gonna have to just really use some discernment, just really think about which clients really need me, I guess, really would be beneficial for both of us to continue doing the house calls with, because I'm allowed to continue doing the house calls on my days off as long as they're not right there in that area next to that location, but all my clients are downtown, So it's not an issue. So I'm just gonna have to, really think about, if I do take this position, you know, how many clients I can actually still continue doing house calls for. But then when I do the house calls, I can stream live and things like that. But not all the clients either. Some of the clients don't like it. So let's see. CD says, June, you inspire me all the time. You are a blessing to the grooming industry. Wow, thank you, CD. I really appreciate that. I mean, that's really what I wanted. It's just be an inspiration, to inspire other people. That's really all I wanted. Oh my God, that was one of the goals that I wrote. Um, so this happened about 6 years ago, I want to say, 6 or 7 years ago, in my journal, because they were saying, write down what you want out of life. What do you really want? And so I was writing down goals, and number 9 was be an inspiration. I want to be an inspiration, And so I wrote down be an inspiration. And I was driving home from the coin laundry one day, and I look over to the right where like there's a bridge underpass, the white brick walls in red. It wasn't even red. It was like burgundy kind of, like an ancient kind of red, right? Like a brick red color. And in squiggly letters, right? In squiggly letters, it was like, be inspired, ... be inspired, ... be inspired, ... 3 times, right? In this squiggly ancient font with this ancient red lettering. And it just, I don't know, it had an impact on me when I saw it. I was just like, oh my God. So I took a picture of it with my phone, right? Because I just wrote in my journal, I want to be an inspiration. And here it says, be inspired, ... be inspired, ... be inspired, ... right? With 3 dots. I was like, this is the universe speaking to me, right? And I thought to myself, I think this is the universe telling me that if I want to be an inspiration to others, I must first be inspired. Because how can I inspire anyone else unless I'm inspired, right? So if I want to be an inspiration, maybe the universe is telling me, first, be inspired. And I had to repeat it 3 times because I'm thick-headed. So I go home and I tell my wife and I show her the picture. I was like, look at this. I was like, and I showed her my journal. I was like, I just wrote, be inspired, be an inspiration. I was like, the universe is telling me be inspired, right? And she was like, I want to see it. So we drive back. I drove her to that location, right? It's not there. And the crazy thing is, it wasn't even like somebody painted over it, right? And it wasn't like somebody erased it either. There was not a trace. It was like it was never there. Isn't that crazy? I got chills just telling this story. And the thing is, if I did not take that picture, I know for a fact my wife wouldn't have believed me. Nobody would believe me if I didn't have the picture. It's like, oh my God, be inspired. If I want to be an inspiration, hold on. Do I have this saved on? Hold on one sec. I just want to see if I actually have it saved, because I think I did. Oh no, it's on my other computer. Sorry about that. But I saved it. I saved that picture on my other on my desktop because, yeah, I mean, wow, what a crazy experience. But really, just a long story to say, that's what I've always wanted. Is I wanted to be an inspiration to others. And CD, for you to say that, to validate that for me, wow, it's like, all right, I can just die now, mission accomplished. Dolores says, June, I will tell all your secrets. That's what I'm saying, Amy. Seriously, I'm talking to you serious talk now. No more joking around, okay? No more joking around. Don't believe a word, Dolores. CJ Johnson, I agree that you are artistic. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm an artist. I'm not an entrepreneur by nature, Let's see. Dolores Parr says, go groomer. I will be training a girl who is the daughter of my client. She lives in Nashville and has quit her job and is starting a mobile grooming bus in Nashville. Nice. And Amy says, go groomer. Dolores Parr, that is great. Lee Rowley, no, you have helped me so much. Awesome, Lee. Kay Hill, this is Kevin from Akron. We'll be praying for you, buddy. Thank you so much, Kevin. From Akron, Ohio, Kevin. Oh my goodness, we actually talked on the phone. It just clicked. It's like, oh wow, we actually talked on the phone. Thank you so much, Kevin. Hey, and if you still are thinking about, getting trained as a groomer, shoot, I may be at a location in Petco if you want to make the move down here to Georgia. But no, I mean, I don't want to say for sure yet. I'm just thinking about it. You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. Lee says, you have helped me more than just groomers. You certainly have helped me. You have helped more than just groomers. You certainly have helped me. Wow, thank you, Lee. And the feeling's mutual. You helped me a lot, too. I mean it. CD, you nailed it. Nice. Grooms by Janine. I'm going to grab some dinner. Have a good night, June. Don't worry too much about not knowing what to do right now. The right decision is going to come to you, and we are all rooting for you. Thank you, Janine. I hope you have a great dinner. Have fun. Seriously, I hope you really enjoy, the Groom Expo there in Hershey. I hope you have a wonderful experience, and I know that this weekend is probably gonna really help boost your brand. Grooms by Janine. And a lot of people look up to you now. Like, oh my God, it happened so suddenly, right? Because we just met last year at Atlanta Pet Fair. And you're like, oh, I think I might start a YouTube channel and everything. It's like, wow, within one short year, it hasn't even been a year yet. Wow, you've accomplished so much in just, less than a year. Oh my goodness. Janine, have a great time. Seriously. Lee says, that is the universe speaking directly to you. Yeah, right? It really was. And I was like, it makes so much sense. If I want to inspire others, I must first be inspired, right? If I want to help others, I have to first help myself, right? It just applies to every area in life. They're saying that you have to love yourself first because you can't give what you don't have. So if you want to be loving towards others, you have to first be loving toward yourself. It all comes back to, I remember when I was a kid, we were having this church revival kind of thing. And the pastor said that, there's a pastor who was kneeling and praying, and he said, Lord, let there be a revival in this church, and let it begin with me, And so yeah, it's always like that, Be the change that you want to see in the world, right? All of this stuff, and it sounds so cliche, but it actually is true. We can't give to others what we don't have. Dr. Wayne Dyer says, if you wanted to hand out oranges to people, you have to go get some oranges. You can't give oranges that you don't have, right? So, yeah. Oh, man. And also, staying on the orange analogy, Dr. Wayne Dyer says that when you squeeze an orange juice is what comes out. You'll never get apple juice or grapefruit juice or any other kind of juice when you squeeze the orange. Because when you squeeze an orange juice is what comes out because that's what's inside. The point is, when someone squeezes you, when someone puts pressure on you, right? If anger, if resentment, if this is what comes out, hatred, if this is what comes out, it's not because that person squeezed you. It's because that's what was inside. He was saying, it doesn't matter if your mother-in-law squeezes the orange. It doesn't matter what time of day someone squeezed it. When you squeeze an orange juice is what comes out because that's what's inside. It's not because of who squeezed it or anything. And so he's saying, make sure, we get rid of all the negativity within us. And all we have inside of us is love and compassion, empathy. That way, no matter who puts pressure on us and squeezes us, we don't react in anger. Anger is not what comes out because that's not what's inside anymore, And I've really been working hard on that because, I had a temper, and I still struggle with that, and the need to feel like I have to defend myself, and the need to get angry when someone, I feel like treats me unfairly or attacks me unfairly, instead of getting upset, and now I try to tell myself, isn't this interesting? Why are they acting like that? Maybe I can try to be more understanding, and see where they're coming from, and maybe I am the cause of their anger, what can I do different? And so, yeah. But anyways, just wanted to let everyone know that when I went there, I can't speak for all Petco locations, just the location that I went to, I got a good feeling from the employees that were working there. I got a great impression from the store manager. I really felt like they're focusing on the team and building morale and keeping them, the treatment of the employees, making sure everybody's being treated right, and helping like build a really good, strong team environment. And it felt like they're very supportive of each other. Um, and the thing is, if the two groomers that were already there, if she told me that they're doing fine and they're doing great and their numbers are great, I wouldn't really feel the need. I'd be like, okay, great. I wouldn't really feel this pull to want to help. But it's because she told me that they're shy, quiet, insecure. They're not confident in themselves or their grooming. And, they could really use some help. They can really use some guidance and some mentorship and somebody that can help them feel, better about themselves, better about the grooms that they're doing, and help, build them up. I was like, wow, that's what started to tug on my heart. And it's like, man, maybe they need me, I don't know. But yeah, it just, if she told me if she told me anything different, if she told me that these two groomers that they have there, they're confident, they're doing well, they do great grooms, I'd be like, great. Thank you for your time, good luck with everything. But it's when she told me that they really could use a good mentor and they need one right now. It's like, wow, I know I can help. You know, I don't know. Lee Raleigh, it's a work in progress. Yeah, we're all a work in progress, right? Dolores says, Go Groomer and Grooms by Janine. Please send me a PM through Facebook when you get a chance Friday. June, just focus on what you want from this and do what's best for you. Thank you, Dolores. And Dolores, Dolores and I were texting each other last night, and I even told Dolores, I'm just gonna go and tell them thank you. I'm not gonna be rude. I told her, hopefully I've matured a little more than that. I'm not gonna be rude or disrespectful. I'm gonna be respectful and polite and thank them for their time. But I'm really just going to gather more information, so I can get a better understanding of the Petco policies and why they do what they do. And I thought I was going to disagree with a lot of the policies. And I thought I was going to disagree with their approach to grooming. But at least this location and this store manager, she's not, of course she wants the grooming salon to do well. But she was saying that if the dogs are treated well and the groomers are being treated well and the groomers are getting the kind of support that they need, she knows that the numbers are going to take care of themselves, right? I was like, wow, that's my feeling as well. Make sure the groomers are getting the right information and the right kind of support, right? And guidance and the help that they need if they're stuck on something, having that support there so they can feel confident every day when they come into work and they feel appreciated and valued. Well then, yeah, the grooming salon's going to do great, and the numbers are going to reflect that. We don't have to push them to do more dogs. That will happen naturally. And the more people start to have a really great experience at that location, and we give them the kind of experience and the kind of quality that is going to be hard to get at another location or at another place, they're going to keep coming back. And then word of mouth, and it's going to grow naturally. Yes, I don't know. But here's the thing. It's like, do I let them down? Do I let these two groomers that are looking for someone to, help be their mentor and guide them? Do I let them down? Or do I let down my clients, who really value my service and the work that I do? I don't know. And it's like, either way, I feel like I'm going to be letting someone down. But, if I look at it a different way, I'm in a really good position right now because it seems like both options are good. Neither option is bad. I can keep doing what I'm doing now and just keep expanding my freelance, my art project. Just keep growing my art project, that I'm doing now. Or I can take this opportunity and be a positive impact, a positive influence on 2 groomers that could really use my help, and then possibly grow that location. And then, yeah, I would have a lot of good mentoring experience under my belt for when I started the grooming school. So I don't know. I'm really gonna have to think about this. But yeah, I mean, it seems like nobody really has any critical feedback or anything. Oh man, because it did have a lot of impact on me when everyone on my Facebook page too, and the last night's groom, not everyone, but there was an overwhelming amount of people saying like, don't do it, don't sell your soul, like, it almost felt like, selling out, right? And I really was like, nah, I can't do it, but now I'm thinking like, I don't know. After this interview that I just had, I'm just thinking like, wow, I don't know. It's not really what I thought it was, you know? And I'm sure some locations are a nightmare. I'm sure some locations are, what people say they are. But at least this location, and especially if I'm the one running that grooming salon, if I'm the grooming salon lead, I know it's going to be different. I know I can make it different, Dolores Parr says, "Go Groomer. It's cool under the collar on Facebook. Sometimes my personal page doesn't show me. June, you don't need to read." Maybe you could have started with that, Dolores. June, you don't need to read this, and then type it out. You put that at the end after I've read the whole thing. I'm kidding, but anyways, yeah. So, Amy, seriously, I think you guys would have a really great time if you guys met up. And Dolores says, June, we all know you are going to make a decision that is right for you, but they can send you to another store. They own you. Okay, I'll have to consider that too, because yeah, what if I spend a lot of time, put my heart and energy into building these groomers up, building that location up, and it's doing well now, and then they say, hey, you did such a great job with that location, now we're going to send you to this location, then, yeah. But what if there's a possibility where I can get transferred up to Tennessee and be closer to my daughters? That wouldn't be bad. But, not that would happen. But shoot, that would be wonderful, though. If I can prove that I do have what it takes, and I can prove with this location that I am able to get a salon, to be successful. Then what if I could, put in a request, like, can I go near Hendersonville, Tennessee to be closer to my daughters, shoot, that would be awesome. But anyways, yeah. Dolores Parr, gotcha, will do. Yeah, Amy, I think you and Dolores would actually have a really great time. And isn't your grooming business in your home as well? You guys would have a lot in common to talk about, And plus, you're both secretly infatuated with me, right? So there's something in common. You already have something to talk about, right? Your secret crush on June the Groomer, both of you who are married. I'm kidding. Why am I being so stupid? Anyways, Dolores, that is great if that happens for you. Oh yeah, right. Nah, I mean, that was just a little fantasy, It's like, wow, what if, But yeah, I mean, that probably won't happen. But anyways, and go groomer. Yep. But yeah, Dolores, I'm sorry I made that stupid joke. Especially if Mark is with you, tell Mark I am totally kidding. Holy cow. Mark would put me out. Seriously. I don't know if you guys ever seen Mark. Yeah, I mean, if you guys saw the video that I did at Dolores' place, you've seen Mark. Mark, straight killer, yo. I'm just kidding. But anyways, I love Mark, by the way, I love Mark. Anyways, I better get going. Shoot, it's 9:40. All right. CD, any place would be so lucky to have you. Oh, wow. Thank you, CD. I really appreciate that. But yeah, we'll see. Again, no decision has been made. I just have to take some time to really think about what would be best. Because, I always say start with the end goal in mind. And my end goal is to start a grooming school here in Atlanta, one that is reputable, you know, and I want to do the best I can possibly do, and get the kind of experience that would really benefit my students, my future students, which is why I joined Toastmasters. You know, everything I'm doing right now is to try to be the best possible grooming instructor I can possibly be for my future students. And I just have to weigh out what experience, you know, from now to then would be the best, most valuable experience for my students, for me to share with my students. Is it continuing my house call business, or being a grooming salon leader, leading a team of groomers? You know, they're both good options. So I just have to figure out and really think about which experience, you know, from now until then would be the most valuable and beneficial to my future students, and just go from there and make that decision. Let's see. Dolores, beer is waiting for you when you get back. When we get back. Good evening. Oh wow, thank you. Good night, Dolores. Shoot, you had me at beer. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you letting me get my thoughts out and just, talk it out loud with you guys. And yeah, nobody's really helping me make one decision or other. Everybody's just like, do what's best for you. Go with your heart. It's like, what does that mean? Go with my heart. Right now, my heart is like conflicted. I don't know. Yeah. Someone tell me what to do. I'm kidding. Anybody a fortune teller? Does anybody do tarot cards? So like tarot card readings? Shoot. Somebody tell me my fortune. Oh man. That would be too easy. I really got to just do it on my own. Think about what's best. But anyways, everybody that's at Hershey, Pennsylvania for the Groom Expo, I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful experience. And everyone else who, isn't able to make it, still, hey, at least you're grooming, right? At least you're doing something that you love. Amy says, love you, June. Best wishes with your decision. Thank you, Amy. You can't help me, help sway me one way or another. You just just do what's best for you, June. Go with your heart. It's like, dude, that's very helpful. Thank you. Anyways, all right. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. You know what? When I make the decision, which way I'm gonna go, when I make my final decision, I'll come back on and I'll make the announcement. Wow. I just had like a sinking feeling in my like, oh man, wow. This is a turning point in my life, really. I mean, I don't know. Wow. I don't know what to do. CD says, I appreciate you and everyone else in this chat. Yeah, me too, CD. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you, CD. Brenda LaCroix, you're a great guy with good intentions. Hope it all works out for you. Yeah, I hope so too. Man. Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling because every time I made a decision that was like a big life-changing decision, it didn't always work out, the way I planned, and I just went from failure after failure after failure. And so that's why I'm just like really nervous about this, I'm like, because I'm thinking, what if I say no to Petco and continue this, and then something happens, I don't know, and what if I feel like I made the wrong decision here, but then what if I give up my house call grooming business that I'm doing now and I work at Petco, and then like you said, maybe the store manager changes and now I get a nightmare of a manager I'm working under, or they send me to another store and I'm like in a bad situation and I start to regret it. So yeah, I mean, all of these like what ifs, like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, hey, I've got through all of my other failures and I'm still here now. I'm sure even if I make a bad decision, even if I make the wrong decision, I'm sure I'll get through it, House call groomer, this is Patty. It says, LOL, well, whatever you decide, we know it is best for you. We're all here for you. Thank you, Patty. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna take some time. I'm gonna meditate on this. I'm gonna spend the next few days just any free time I have, just meditate. Think about it while I'm walking my dogs. Um, write in my journal, and then when I feel like I'm ready and I'm sure what decision I'm gonna make, I'll come back on and announce it to everybody, and watch all the people like unlike my page, unsubscribe to my YouTube channels. June's a sellout. Hey, look everybody, look, he's a sellout. Um, yeah. If I decide to go to Petco, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. But it's okay. So I have to be sure. If I do make the decision to go to Petco, I have to be sure that it's the right decision, because I know that I might get a big backlash. So, but it's okay. It's all right. Social media is funny that way. um, Lee Raleigh, don't let the what ifs make you crazy. Breathe. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So we'll see. And it's not about the likes, right? Or the follows or the subscribers. This is my life. I have to do what's best for me and think about the future of my daughters, how I'm going to best provide for them. I really need to be the kind of person that my daughters can be proud of. Not random people on social media liking my posts, subscribing to my channel and things like that. I realize it doesn't matter if everybody loves me and everybody thinks so highly of me. If my daughters aren't proud of me, if my daughters think I'm a bad guy, then none of that matters. I really want to try to become the kind of person that my daughters can be proud of. Oh man, CD, your home clients might want you to follow. Your home clients might want to follow you wherever you go. I know I would. Yeah, but it's just the distance. This location where I'm going to be working at is near my house, and I drive like an hour and a half to get to my clients' homes every day. I just don't know, because they have very busy schedules, very busy lives, which is why they value me coming to their house. I just don't know if it's reasonable to expect them to make that drive up out of the city to bring their dogs to get groomed by me at a Petco location, right? I just don't know. I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect it. If they do, I would be completely shocked. And it would totally do wonders for my ego. I'd be like, oh, these people drove an hour and a half to bring their dogs. But yeah, it would totally make me feel like a rock star. But it would be totally unexpected as well. So, anyways, but CD, thank you so much. I'm like that guy that keeps, bye guys. Oh, and another thing, bye guys. Oh, I forgot my keys. Oh, bye, but for real this time. Okay, I'm not gonna stop being so annoying. This time for real. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Thank you so much. And when I make a final decision, I'll come on here and let everybody know what I decided. All right. Good night, guys.